Bebop and Rocksteady were phenomenal. They were hilarious. They were, they weren't perfect, but they were exactly what you would expect from them.
I just don't like how the fact that they just went off and put them in. I've only seen the trailer, and instead of going off and having them, mutate and become one with like actual warthog and the actual rhinoceros, this process just brought out their inner beast, and one's a rhino, one's a warthog.
Yeah,
it's just another case of me wanting to go off and smack Michael Bay up and the side of the head.
The most hilarious part of the movie was when Seamus, who plays Bebop, or is it Rocksteady? I can't remember which one he played anymore.
I think he plays Bebop.
But anyways, he turns around and says he's Scottish. And anyone who knows Seamus knows that he ain't Scottish.
He's very much Irish.
So I found that a very humorous line, a very humorous point. They introduced Krang. Commander Krang.
I'm very interested in that because I was a huge fan of Krang in the original cartoon series, and I always thought that they should have tried to find a way to bring Krang into the original TMNT movie franchise.
While I was happy to see Krang, I feel that the portrayal of him was inaccurate, along with slightly unneeded. It was Shredder working with Krang to take over the world, and then Krang betraying Shredder.
That's pretty much how, what would happen, in the original series. If you watch that cartoon series, those two constantly bickered, and they were always trying to use each other.
There's a difference between bickering. It was the whole... Somehow they found a piece that was able to teleport Shredder, and it teleported Shredder to Krang, and then Krang sent Shredder back to find the rest of the pieces to bring Krang to Earth. And it was this really weird storyline that made absolutely no sense to me anymore. But whatever.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
And there you go.
All in all, it wasn't a bad movie. I won't see it again.
I still want to go off. I want to go see it just, to give my own personal opinion. So hopefully I'll get a chance to go see it this weekend with my wife. If not, we'll go see World of Warcraft. Or maybe I'll even try to con her into doing a double header this weekend.
Double header!
But you never know. So before we, transition the show towards closing, I want to go off.
Shameless
plugging. I want to go off and kind of bring up something that I saw on Facebook. Now, this information probably isn't necessarily brand new, but I was one of the pages I go off and follow on Facebook is therealstanley.com, and they brought up that a supposed insider suggested that Mephisto, who's a demon in the Marvel universe, is going to be the big baddie for the Defenders miniseries on Netflix. And it's an intriguing idea. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, particularly their TV shows, has went off and has toyed around with the whole supernatural aspect several times. It's come up to a certain degree on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series, and if you saw the second season of Daredevil, they definitely played around with the idea, particularly with Elektra, and spoiler alert, Elektra dies at the end of season 2, but the group, I can't remember what they're called, I think they're called The Hand, goes off and puts her in some sort of mystical container filled with the blood of people who were on 1,001 different drugs, I guess. So, obviously Elektra's not really dead.
As we've said before,
no one actually dies. Yeah, the cinematic universe.
Or even the TV universe. I do like the fact that, they're bringing a lot more into the Netflix universe, which is a genius move. Because, you have a lot more viewers, and a lot more chance of people seeing it because you're not paying as much money as you would in, say, a movie theater. You don't have to buy cable to see it. it reaches a wider audience.
And I just love the fact, watching shows on Netflix because you can actually binge watch.
You can, and you can also pause it. You can go back. You can watch it a week later. You can rewatch
you
it.
Can definitely. I mean, that is what's really great. Part of the reason why some people think that Mephisto might be the logical pick here is because Netflix and Marvel really want to bring in other characters, to Netflix, including but not limited to Blade and Ghost Rider. So to bring in a villain that could kind of transition into a more supernatural aspects of the Marvel Cinematic Universe would be a good idea, especially because, later this year we're going to see Doctor Strange coming to theaters. So, we're definitely going to see more supernatural stuff coming.
We're running out of characters that they haven't done.
Well, not necessarily. There's so many characters that they could use that aren't necessarily really well known. Like, I didn't know who Baron Zeon was until, the movie, and until I was playing one of the games that you can, download on iPhone. The Marvel, the Avengers Academy, I think it was. And so I had no idea who a lot of these heroes and villains were. So, they could go off and they definitely could tie in a lot of the villains that aren't necessarily as well known. So
true, but will they?
But and that's the thing. Will they go off and do this? Is Mephisto the best pick to face the Defenders? Obviously they could go off and they could just kind of tie in a bunch of villains. They could, Kingpin, is definitely going to have to be in there somewhere. He isn't necessarily just a, Daredevil villain. Many of the Marvel heroes have went off and have fought, including Spider-Man, the Punisher included. So, it would be very interesting to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, no, it's exciting, right? Anytime they introduce new characters, or even the possibility of introducing new characters, whether or not they're old or whatever, is exciting. It's a new direction, it's a new beginning. And
do you like the idea though of them going off and doing?
I can't say I like it, but I can't say I don't. Ultimately, it all depends on how they portray it, right? It could be the best idea going in, but they fall flat, which ultimately makes it the worst. So I'm going to be one of those ones. I'm not going to say my opinion beforehand because one, we don't know if it's true.
It's as far as we know, it's only a group. This is coming from a Facebook group. Not a Twitter. I'm going to get the handle wrong. I think it's at Infinity RARU, I think it is.
So either way, it's 50-50 chance of it actually happening. And even if it does happen, it's another 50-50 chance whether it was, a gamble that was well paid off or not. So technically you're looking at a 25% chance of, my opinion. So I guess we'll wait till it comes out. We'll wait till they announce it.
I do think it's a very interesting idea, to say the least. Let me I really think it's Infinity Arc, who is at Infinity AKU, so it's INFINITIAKU. And they're the ones that went off and have suggested it, that this is what's going to come down, that this is going to be the villain. Is it really going to be the villain? I don't really know.
Time will tell.
Time will definitely tell. Absolutely. Let's face it, the Marvel Universe, period, seems to be centered around the city of New York. So, there's no shortage of villains that they could go off and pull out of their hat, for this. So, like you, I'm intrigued by the idea, but I wouldn't be surprised if we have a more down-to-earth, so to speak, villain come in here. And I'm still waiting for them to go off and to, use the Red Hulk somewhere.
Yes, that would be epic. But we're going to start wrapping up this show. There's so much that we could talk about. it's always intriguing, especially when they introduce or even mention new characters. Like originally we thought Doctor Strange was going to be a far-fetched, and now it's going to be a reality.
I mean, I've seen the trailer for that movie, and it looks pretty good so far.
It does, but as I said, as we've learned with many movies, trailer doesn't define everything.
It usually shows the best parts. So
it does.
I mean,
but anything that has him in a movie,
Benedict Cumberbatch
generally is good.
He's pretty epic. I'm going to say that. I mean, he's probably about as close to a man crush as I will admit to having.
Oh hell, he's everyone's man crush.
So guys, it's time for us to kind of drag this show to a halt, even though I think we could probably go on for another hour.
We could, but yeah, shameless plug time. I guess we'll start with shameless plug number
47.
47, sure, why not? Bare Toad Soap Works. I'll be putting all the information plus pictures of the product on our Facebook group, page. They got some wicked beard stuff. It smells like man.
I don't know.
A bit of lilac.
Yeah, you were saying something about flowers last night. I don't know how manly that is.
I don't know. You put it in after you have a shower. You let it soak. My beard no longer tangles. It is smooth. It is strong. I can pretty much twist it and turn it and pull it, and it's like a bop it.
Now, if only they would, pay us to be their sponsor. Or they'd become a paid sponsor for us. That would be pretty nice.
Well, we're working on a deal where I can't say.
Anyways,
I'm working on deals.
So, but yeah, so that's Shameless Plug 47. Shameless Plug 48. You can go off and you can follow us on social media. So you can start off with Twitter. Come on.
Oh, I'm doing this on purpose now.
You can follow him at Real Captain Fizz.
Real CAPT Fizz. So at Real Captain Fizz.
That's right. You can follow me, that local fellow, at That Mask Guy. Follow the show at FizzMashShow.com.
Whoa. You can follow the show at FizzMashShow.
Not .com. I'm getting ahead of myself. Now that I'm no longer in the eFed world, I have kind of been forced to kind of step away from it to deal with real life. I'm hoping to get more use out of that account and try to do a little bit more. You can also follow, just go check out our website, www.fizzmashshow.com. And there you'll find links to our all three of our Twitter accounts, plus a link to our Facebook page.
Click the Facebook.
Which is pretty epic because we have a lot of fun on there.
We post daily. There's pictures. There's everything. Lots of shameless plugs. You can go off and you can read the article that I posted on there about Mephisto supposedly going to be the big baddie and Defenders on there, along with a bunch of other things. It's hard to believe that it's been 25 years since Goku originally went Super Saiyan. And of course 26 years since the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie came out into theaters. Damn. So I'm older than that.
It's pretty amazing.
That makes us feel older.
It is, of course. I mean, you can go off and you can always follow Captain Fizz on his Instagram account as well.
Captain_Fizz.
And so, but yeah, and I think I probably will see if I can get the Instagram account for our show up and running again as well. I definitely think I should probably post a bunch of pictures from the Swords and Sabers event that happened here the other weekend. But you know what, guys? It is time for us to go. We are, been having too much fun here tonight.
We always do.
You know what? I actually love sitting back and listening to you tell your stories. It's actually, some of my favorite episodes. But unfortunately, we've run out of time. So in the meantime, and in between time, good night, God bless, and may the Force be with you.
And as always, stay frosty, my people, and keep your stick on the ice. Good night, everybody.